in terms of choosing your main font for your book, you want to be looking for old style or transitional fonts. The reason for that is that in large blocks of contiguous text, the modern and slab styles tend to start to get a little bit hard to read. So the best way to start looking for a font, actually open your computer search and just type in fonts, and in most cases on a modern computer that will take you to your fonts folder, and there are a few things to look out for. Obviously we're not looking at these other fonts, we'll cover those later. We're looking for serif fonts, something along the lines of the Baskerville Oldface, but that wouldn't be suitable because there's only one style. We need fonts where we've got, you can see the stacked sheets means that there are more than one style. So if we look in Book Antiqua, we can see that we have a bold, bold italic, italic and regular. And that means that if we use that font in our book, when we make something bold or italic, it's got an actual font file to pull the information from, and if you don't have that, your word processor will just thicken the lines or slant them artificially, and it looks okay on the screen, but when you print it out, and particularly in a whole book full of type, it won't look professional. So we're looking for fonts where we have all of the files, as many as we can get. Ideally something that has small caps as well, but just to have a look through, we've got Century Gothic, which would be okay, but it's a sans serif font. So have a look at what you've already got, and then I'm just going to give you a couple of places where you can have a look and show you how to find them. If you go to Dafontcom, you can search for fonts. Now you could search by name if you know something that you actually want, or you can go by style, and we know that we want a basic serif font. So once we've chosen that, what we can do is click on more options. We need to choose a public domain or 100% free license if we're going to use it to print a book. So choose both of those, press enter, and if you also click the box that says show variants and press enter again, you can see which fonts have the files. Like the Linux Libertine has the files for italic, bold italic. So you can choose a font based on which typefaces are available, which font files within that typeface are available, and know that you're going to get a professional finish. We also have Identifont, which if you click on the free fonts link up at the top, gives you the list of serif fonts that are designed for continuous text and are readable at small sizes, which at 11 point in a book, these are fonts that are going to be ideal. And one last place to look is Font Squirrel. Now, if you just want the quick and simple, here's the safe choices. If you want the fonts that will be safe and that have what you need, although you do need to still check on your computer that you have all the varieties of the fonts, Book Antiqua, Bookman Old Style, Century Schoolbook and Gaudi Old Style are ideal type. If you wanted to go for a more modern look, you could also use Palatino Linotype, Garamond or Perpetua. I will provide you a file, not just the video, I'll provide you supplemental materials with all this information as well. But spend a bit of time and try 2 or 3 different fonts. What we're going to do, I'm going to look at Book Antiqua and Bookman Old Style, I think. So go back to the file, click on Normal and Modify, and then look. So we have Bookman Old Style. Okay. Don't just look at it on the screen. Make sure that you actually print out a couple of pages in the fonts that you're considering. So that was Bookman Old Style. I might use Gaudi Old Style and print that out as well. Or Century Schoolbook, for example. So print yourself out at least 2 or 3 different fonts, 2 or 3 pages in each font, to have a good look at the body text, because what you see on the screen and what you see printed out aren't the same.